How much do you really need to buy a home in Ontario? You probably heard people say, just save 20% for a down payment and you're good to go. But let me tell you the truth. That's not even close to the full picture. If you're buying a home in Ontario, you'll need to understand all the hidden costs, the rules, and strategies before even thinking about putting your money down. Otherwise, that $500,000 you've been saving might not go very far. Hi, my name is Daniel Bozic. I am a broker owner of Danley Group here in Ontario. I help people understand the numbers and avoid the hidden pitfalls and get the most for their home and for their money. Today, we're breaking down exactly how much you need to buy a home in Ontario in 2025 and why it's not as simple as 20% down. Everyone thinks 20% down is enough. And sure, that's technically true to avoid mortgage insurance. But here's the reality. Average home price in Ontario is $740,000. 20% would be $148,000. Mortgage insurance under 20% adds 2 to 4% to your total mortgage. That's not the end of it. You also need to consider closing costs. You have lawyer's fees, land transfer tax, inspections, and title insurance. Closing costs can easily add from $8,000 to $12,000. Moving costs, depending on your situation, you have $1,500 to as much as $5,000. Immediate renovations or repairs. Even a move-in ready home usually needs $5,000 to $15,000. So if you think about it, you need $148,000, would probably be closer to $168,000 to $175,000 just to safely buy our home. Land transfer tax, the hidden giant. Now let's talk about the big one that trips up many first-time buyers. Land transfer tax in Toronto, the municipality land transfer tax matches the provincial one. So that $740,000 home, that's around $19,500 combined. Ottawa, Ontario provincial tax only, $9,900. And that's the same price. Mississauga, Hamilton, slightly less, but still thousands. Many buyers forget to factor this in and assume 20% down covers everything. Surprise, it doesn't. The other costs people forget about. Home inspections, $400 to $700 for a typical single-family home. Worth it? It can save you tens of thousands. Appraisal, $400 to $600, and that's a lender requirement. Property taxes, often overlooked in your monthly budget. Example, $740,000 home in Toronto equals around $5,000 a year in property taxes. Utility and maintenance. You have water, gas, electricity, condo fees, landscaping. Add $500 to $800 a month, depending on the property type. What you really need to afford a home. Let's reverse engineer this. Say you want a $740,000 home in Toronto. Down payment 20%, that's $143,000. Land transfer tax, that's $19,500. Legal closing costs, that's another $3,500. Home inspection, $1,000. Emergency buffer repairs, that's $7,000. Total needed at closing, $179,000. That's $30,000 more than the 20% myth. And that's just the start. You also need to qualify for the mortgage, meaning your income and debt ratio meet the lender's requirements. Most lenders want your housing costs under 32% of gross monthly income. Required gross monthly income at this payment, you take the $4,200 and basically multiply it by 3. So you're going to need around $12,500 to $13,000 a month in gross income to qualify for this mortgage. That puts your yearly income right around $158,000 to get approved for this mortgage. So basically, your yearly income has to be around $158,000, $160,000 a year. Easy home ownership? Not quite. First-time buyer incentives and how they change the numbers in Canada. These programs definitely help for first-time buyers. So we have the first-time buyer equity mortgage up to 10% of purchase price for new builds, 5% for resale homes, and RSP home buyers plan. Withdraw up to $35,000 tax-free per person. Land transfer rebates. Ontario rebates up to $4,000 for first-time buyers. These programs can lower your upfront cost by $15,000 to $25,000. But you still need a buffer for unexpected expenses. Interest rates make a big difference. At 4% versus 5.2% interest, the monthly payments on a $592,000 mortgage drops from around $3,500 to $3,250. Even a small 0.5% difference can save thousands per year. So if you're waiting for the perfect time, remember, rates, inventory, and home prices fluctuate. Waiting can sometimes increase costs instead of decreasing them. Strategies to make $500,000 work harder. Consider alternative neighborhoods. Go slightly outside the city centers for more space. Look at condos with potential rental income. Help offset mortgage. Explore first-time buyer programs aggressively. Every $1,000 counts. Prepare for hidden costs. Always budget 10 to 15% extra for unforeseen expenses. My honest advice, you ask me, Dan, is $500,000 enough to buy in Ontario? Yes, but planning is key. You need a clear understanding of all the costs, income requirements, and market conditions. Work with a realtor who knows the numbers and hidden traps. That's where we come in. And remember, buying a home isn't just about price. It's about the lifestyle, finances, and long-term goals. If you want a full Ontario home buyer's calculator showing you exactly how much you need at closing, monthly payments, and hidden costs for Toronto, Ottawa, Hamilton, and other municipalities in Ontario, comment Ontario below and I'll send it to you for free. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share it. It really goes a long way.